Hi, Neil Cannon here, author of The Vitality Secret. I wanted to record you a very quick video from beautiful Carlsbad, California, further to a rather outrageous claim I made on Facebook on Thursday. In the context of medicine, I said, if it's illegal, it works, and if it's legal, it doesn't. As you can imagine, got a bit of a backlash with that, and I just wanted to kind of build upon that, to kind of explain to you where I was coming from. So when I say works, I really mean heal. And I also want to just kind of kick up a bit of a conversation because it's something that's been kind of going on in the back of my mind. And it was the day after I had attended an event on the medicinal properties of cannabis, mushrooms, ayahuasca, LSD, MDMA, where there's been all these studies showing how they've been helping people heal the body, even conditions like cancers and trauma and anything related to inflammation, for example, if you're talking about cannabis, because it's highly anti-inflammatory. So let me just give you an example about really what I'm talking about. So working in the field that I am in, and the Vitality Secret, by the way, is all about reversing inflammation, the root cause of most illnesses and disease. I've realized that there are really no medications for anything related to inflammation and chronic inflammation and autoimmune diseases which actually work and help the body to heal. I've interviewed quite a few people, about 30 people now, who have all gone on their own personal journey of self-healing, and they've reversed conditions like multiple sclerosis, chronic pain, Crohn's disease, fibromyalgia, psoriasis, cancers, and they've all come off medications because they've realized that they've not worked for them. And it's a common story, again and again and again. I tried this drug, I tried this drug, I tried this drug, I tried this drug, until eventually they're like, none of this stuff works, none of this stuff is actually helping me heal. And they've come off the drugs and they've gone on their own personal journey of self-healing. They've decided, right, I need to go and research this condition thoroughly and find out where this toxicity effectively is coming from. Let's give one example. Not so many months ago, I was talking with a prospective client, and she had been suffering from ulcerative colitis for 20 years. Following the conventional medical system, she was put on one drug, to another drug, to another drug, to another drug. None of the drugs worked. None of them worked. And she had to have her lower intestine removed. Now, she's able to eat only a few ingredients, and oh, by the way, she's been advised by dietitians in hospitals in England to eat stodgy food like bagels and bread. Probably the last things that she needs to be eating. And she's not been advised, obviously, to change her diet because this is how the medical system is. So that's just one example. Another example is my own father. The inspiration for the Vitality Secret came from my father suffering a stroke unnecessarily. That's the inspiration for that book. A number of years ago, he was diagnosed with chronic inflammation. It led to high blood pressure and then a stroke. Textbook sequence of events. This chronic inflammation it first demonstrated itself as asthma. So what's the conventional treatment for asthma? Take this inhaler. The inhaler enables you to breathe because it widens the bronchial tubes. Asthma is inflammation of the bronchial tubes. So you take this in steroid inhaler, it widens the bronchial tubes, enabling you to breathe. But it doesn't treat the root cause. So the root cause, which is inflammation, turns into chronic inflammation, which turns into high blood pressure, which turns into a stroke. Textbook. There's just two examples, but there's lots and lots of other ones. I could talk about chronic pain, I could talk about fibromyalgia, Crohn's disease, all of those things where medications are used, they do not work. They absolutely do not work because they don't allow the body to heal. And I use the word allow carefully there. They don't actually allow the body to heal. The more simply put, some conditions, some medications actually prevent the body from healing. The very notion of taking some medications causes an inflammatory effect in the body. It causes autoimmunity. Most, if not all, autoimmune diseases stem from leaky gut. And most medications actually contribute to leaky gut. The birth control pill, for example, is a major contributor to leaky gut. And when your gut's out of balance, when you have that problem, you have a major inflammatory response, and all sorts of problems are created in later life. It's quite a sad situation. So, as you can imagine, I've got some personal stories here. I've got some personal friends who have been affected, which is why I'm so emotionally attached to this thing, which gives me the passion behind what I'm doing. That's why I've created this program called the Inflammation Solution. This actually teaches you and provides you the tools to help you learn how to heal your own body. The beauty about us as human beings is we all have this innate ability to heal our own body. The greatest challenge is that we have been so conditioned to give away this power to heal our own bodies to people who are not qualified to heal. And I don't mean to slam anyone that you may be thinking of initially. I mean, ultimately, we need to take full control of our health. But if we look to a doctor for help with a condition which is an inflammatory condition or autoimmune disease, we're actually looking for the wrong people because they're not trained to heal. They're not trained in nutrition. That's a fact. It's a categorical fact. So when you're given the tools to learn how to heal your own body, you feel, not only does this empower you and you feel amazing, but you can come off these medications and then you just welcome vitality back into your life. There's no need for any of us to be on medications at a later age in life. There's no need at all. And you know, inflammation has been dubbed inflammaging because it accelerates the aging process. So when you can reverse the inflammation in the body at the root,